Let's start with Japan against Croatia. Nick Mendola, can the Samurai Blue replicate those performances they had against Spain and Germany in the group stage? Get two big comeback wins. It was sensational. But this is a very experienced Croatian side. So it's going to be tough for them. And Croatia play very differently to what Spain and Germany play. But kind of fancy Japan to cause an upset here. And would it be an upset for you?
Yes, it would, but only slightly so. I think we all rightly like Japan going into this tournament, but when you get to this stage, and even with the age we talked about, and we talked about Croatia's age going into their last final, right? There was always a can they hang? This has been a long tournament, but it kind of flipped the script this time. And I look at them as a team that now that they're here, I didn't quite think they'd get here, but now that I think that team with that experience can rally and mount up and have itself prepared for an every 4 or 5 days situation, and I do. Obviously, Brazil in the next round or South Korea would be a different story, but I think their experience versus Japan's relative lack of experience bodes well for them.
Andy, do you agree with that? And Croatia, just that experience, it counts for a lot, doesn't it? When you look through the team, Perisic, Modric, Dejan Lovren, players who have played in the World Cup final 4 years ago and have just been there and done it at the international stage. But this Japanese team, such a great, solid unit, and you never know really who's actually going to play or contribute or score or assist. And that just keeps opponents guessing and maybe catches them out. But Croatia, just very calm on the ball, very relaxed. And I just think this is a really, really interesting matchup.
Yeah, it is stylistically almost couldn't be different. I mean, these teams are on polar opposite ends of possession at this World Cup. Japan sitting well below 40%, and to have scored the number of goals that they've done, Croatia up near 55%. Japan take more shots a game than Croatia. It is very slow. It's very methodical, almost some might say plodding along from Croatia, but credit to them. I thought they were going to go the way of Belgium at this tournament. I thought they would I thought this was the end of the Luka Modric, Kramaric, Perisic, all of those players that we've come to know over the years that are well over 30 years old, and they found a way to get through. And they are going to be tough to knock out, but I do think that Japan have kind of the style, very quick, a little bit direct on the counterattack that could give them all kinds of problems. It's going to be Gvardiol again. If he can be back there, I mean, that was an incredible performance from a center fielder. The way he just swept up 50 yards of space time and time again. That ball was played in a number of times, and he was there every single time. So this stylistically an absolutely incredible matchup, and I think it's going to play out that way on the field. Very, very close.
Nick, prediction-wise, who do you think is going to get the edge here? Because Croatia's quality, experience, that's one thing. But then, as you said, Japan's so unpredictable, just so intense, I think, the way they play. They almost just grind you down, right? Getting the ball wide, whipping in crosses, making runs, being in your face. I'm just intrigued to see that battle midfield. I guess Luka Modric is the master, right? At squirming away, keeping the ball, keeping Croatia ticking over. And so, Brozovic and Kovacic as well are really good at doing that in midfield. So I kind of want to give Croatia the edge as well as Japan have played and as high as we are on them here at PST. But what's your thoughts on who's favored in this last 16 game?
Yeah, I have to go to the experience and tip them for that, and it's because of where that player Modric plays. And I've seen. I'll tell you what. If you bring up the name of Ivan Perisic to me, and we talk about the places he's been and the times he's switched clubs and just shown every single club his darn value as one of the more underrated players. And I mean, we've seen him at left wing, left back, he's just about everywhere. I just think there's a little too much guts in this Croatia team. Although it could be 3-0 with 3 minutes left, and I wouldn't write off Japan just because they've surprised us enough at this tournament. I'll go Croatia 1-0.
Andy, what are you going for?
I'm going to take the opposite. I think Japan get it done. Croatia do a good job of keeping the game slow, making it very, very long 90 minutes. But I do think that Japan find a little bit of space. There's something about the way that they get out into space as a group. Like, it's not one attacker going against 2-3 defenders. They really commit numbers forward. And when they get out in space, they're fun to watch.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going with Japan as well, but I think it's going to go to extra time. If there's one last 16 game that's going to extra time, it is this one. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Japan against Croatia. Head over to Pro Soccer Talk on NBCSports.com for all the latest information, how to watch info, preview, team news. We'll have you covered on what should be a really intriguing last 16 game.